Well, we won time of possession. That was what I thought would kind of be key coming into it. Obviously, when they have somewhere around 15 yards of play, it doesn't matter what any of the other stats are. So knew they were good offensively going into this thing, and I don't want to beat up our defense. We've played really good defense around here in the last 3-4 years. Like what we're doing. All the rest of it, that's an offense that's tough to stop. Six is the best player in college football. He's got a lot of really good people around him. Up front, they play nasty. They're experienced. They're huge. The running backs are really good. Receivers are growing up. Tight ends, one of the best in college football. Fullbacks, one of the best in college football. So they obviously had their way with us. Offensively for us, I was proud of how our guys played. Disappointed early when we didn't capitalize on getting our first two drives down in the score zone. Against this team, we gotta punch those things in. So a couple of missed opportunities early, but thought our coaching staff did a really good job. Jake, I thought, called it, and we controlled it, and kept them off the field as much as I thought we possibly could. Kennedy ran hard. All three backs ran hard. And I thought Chugs went in there and battled. I thought our O-line did good. We didn't have Bosch, and those other guys stepped in there and did good. So was happy with what we did to an extent. It's not obviously anywhere close to what the other side looks like, but thought we did what we could. Receiver-wise, didn't do a whole lot, didn't have a ton of opportunities. But at the end of the day, that's what a championship team looks like, and they're playing in the Big 12 championship, and we're not. Do want to mention this. Still proud of our guys, still proud of our team. We weren't picked very high, and we finished fourth in the Big 12. Didn't beat Oklahoma State, didn't beat Oklahoma, didn't beat TCU. Those guys are in the top three ahead of us, but still proud of our guys for fighting their way to a 7-5 record and finishing fourth in the Big 12. I think, with the Big 12 where it's at, everybody's beating each other, competitive as heck, most competitive league in college football, and most competitive that it's been since I've seen it. So we'll figure out where we're going, get to play one more game, and we'll be looking forward to that.
Dana, who had the idea for putting Kennedy for the snaps, and how did that develop?
Yeah, Jake. I thought Jake did a great job. I mean, obviously we weren't happy with how we did things last week. I downplayed Will's injury. You can't use that as an excuse. You can't. And when things like that happen, you have to have a plan to be able to step up and try to make it work. And obviously we challenged him a little bit, and I thought the staff did a great job. I think Jake did a great job. He called it great and put our guys in position to be able to have some success. And I thought Kennedy took that and ran with it. The plan was good. They bought into it, and that helped us move the ball.
Put your finger on exactly what made the offensive line play better today than it has.
You just challenged them more than anything, Just challenged them. We knew we were going to have to run the ball, and we knew we were going to have to get after them. And thought Wick did a great job of getting those guys ready, and the schemes were good, and was happy with that aspect of it.
You talked about not being able to take advantage of the opportunity, especially in the first quarter. We're driving down there. Just how much did that affect us the rest of the game?
No, I mean, we didn't score on those two, which means we weren't going to outscore them. They scored a lot, so. We had, in order for us to be able to stay in it, we had to take advantage of those opportunities early, and we didn't, so that we fell behind quite a bit. So, second half, didn't quit. Second half, we went out there and fought hard in the second half. Outscored them in the second half, I guess. There was a little bit of a victory there, but, this group went out and kept fighting.
Obviously you got the bowl coming up, but what is the next step that you think you guys need to take to look like that?
We'll start recruiting tomorrow. I think Shane's promised us around $400 million. Players, facilities, tradition. I mean, that's where we want to be, and we still got a lot of work to do.
You talked about Baker being the best player in the nation. Just what makes him as good as he is?
You know, the thing that you can't see on video, I mean, obviously the play speaks for itself. I mean, he's surrounded by a lot of good players, but the number one quality that I've always thought makes a quarterback is making everybody else around you better. His confidence just oozes out of him, and the fiery, spirited, natured kid that he is, you can see it when he scores. He gets 100,000 people going, let alone the 100 kids on the sidelines. That type of player gives coaches a lot of confidence too. I think Lincoln's doing a great job. You know, it's obviously a great program, and they got a lot of. I did ask him, what do you need, like from a program perspective? He goes, not much. You know, so that's a good place to be in. So you know, obviously Coach Stoops left him in a good situation. Having that quarterback gives you a lot of confidence, and they're doing well right now.
Yeah, there's been a good bit of pushing and talking back and forth kind of stuff between these two teams the last 3 or 4 years. Do you still see that as a sign of your team's fire and competitive nature, or does it hurt you at times?
I thought it hurt us last year. I thought we composed ourselves just fine this year. That's what they do. I mean, they've done it since I started competing against these guys in 2000. That's what they are and who they are, and you got to be able to control it. I thought we controlled it a lot better this year than we did last year.